Hello, everybody. My name is Catherine Cott, and I'm a clinical psychologist in Hong Kong. So you may ask me, why are you going to have a channel? I said, well, I do have a Chinese channel with Mandarin and Cantonese videos. But why do you have an English one? Well, the main reason, because I was approached by many of my students and friends and say, oh, can you make an English channel too? I said, well, it's a lot of work. So I've been debating about it. But as I, kind of pausing, thinking about through, I thought, wait, maybe it's a good idea to have an English channel. But I do want to have an English channel a little differently than my Chinese channel, because I really want the channel as a way to connect with everybody. And that's why you saw the name is Dr. Connect, because we want to connect everyone to be able to share their own experience in this channel. So this is not going to be a channel that only I will be sharing the video, but I will hope to invite other people who will be interested to share your video. We can share on this platform together. We hope that we can share our experiences. We want to, through our experience, to encourage people, support people, and to help people. And we can all kind of talk about how we overcome certain problems, so we can now we learn, oh, this is a better way to do it, and we can share with other people, so we can all learn from each other. So I hope this will be a channel for not only for you, but for everyone together. Well, today I'm going to talk a little bit about what's the channel about. The theme of the channel is called Accepting Emotion, Releasing Your Potential. The reason is because I realized that a lot of us struggling, or that we can't really be ourselves, because mostly we are not aware of our emotion and not accepting some of the emotion that we don't like. By accepting them and processing them and expressing them, we actually can become a different person in a much kind of a transforming way. It's quite amazing. So I really want to share this with you all. But today I want to talk about a topic about, recently there's a lot of, you can all see the war between Israel and Hamas. It's quite disturbing because some of the scenes are very bloody and people are wounded in pain and suffering. And I know people who actually been watching those videos and actually, having pain in themselves. So I just want to share a little bit about this, that why do we actually can be affected by this kind of videos, by this kind of scenes about people suffering? Well, mainly I want to tell you about the reason why, like, for example, when you watch a movie, the movie is fake, they just make up story, but we can be crying, very sad, and also we can be very scared, we just feel like as if it's real. And you might wonder, we know it's not real, but we cannot help our emotion, that we all kind of very much put ourselves into it, And the reason why we put ourselves into it, because mostly we have similar experience. If we have experience of being humiliated, unjustly treated, or separation, when you see those movies with this kind of scene, your emotion will very easily be triggered, and you will cry and sad and very angry. And that's the same when we see, those kind of clip about the war, the injustice, and the tragedy. We all had those emotions because we had similar experience before, or some of them you may not be aware of that, but they actually can be quite disturbing to us. So I'm sharing this so that we be aware of it. If you actually, after you watch those clips, you felt like, oh, I'm kind of not, doesn't feel good. Maybe I didn't sleep well. Maybe I felt more angry. Maybe I'm more sad. And maybe I'm more insecure and scared. And also maybe I felt like my I can't focus so much. I found myself being restless. I might have nightmares. If you have those symptoms, you know that you are being affected. And the best thing is really to avoid some of those, clips and some of those scenes if possible, because once we got triggered, it may be harder for us to return back to equilibrium and equip back to, the peace of mind. So you may need some professional work. So if you feel that you're not doing it well, so maybe be aware of that and stop watching them. Because I know that there are quite a lot of people after they've been, watching those, wars and horror movies and stuff like that, they actually felt very affected afterwards. So we just don't be aware of that, And you may ask that why sometimes some people didn't feel affected and some people got affected easily, Is that because I'm too sensitive? And, the reason why is because you might have those kind of past experience that you are not aware because you thought, oh, it's a childhood thing, it's already past, I'm no longer having this situation, so it didn't affect me. But in reality, they are stored in the amygdala in your brain. And when they store in the amygdala, so when I saw something, this kind of images will quickly, compare the experiences in the amygdala, and they actually will react it very fast. So you sometimes think, how do I react so fast? Well, basically, when you react it, you don't actually think through because your reaction is much faster than a thought process. So that's why people say, don't be impulsive. It's because we can be impulsive, not because we want to, but it's the way how our mind and our emotion is work, that we actually very quickly, when we saw everything, quickly the information passed to our amygdala as a comparison and immediately react before you actually think through and process through. Yeah, so that's why if you have a lot of those negative experience in the past, you may be easily affected by certain similar incidents. So that you just be aware of that, and we can talk more. And if you say, well, I'm not too sure, you can leave questions below and like to answer them, and we can dialogue together, because I think that's something that we want to connect with everybody so that we all are kind of sharing our experience together so we can all benefit from each other. So, well, so much for today now. We'll talk to you more. Bye-bye.